Welcome to Fit Club Vegas, the ultimate fitness destination for visitors. Drop in for a day pass and experience our 10,000 square foot fitness playground. At Fit Club, you'll find state-of-the-art equipment and a sound system so good you'll pitch your headphones. Conveniently located 7 to 12 minutes from the Las Vegas Strip, Fit Club is a perfect spot for you to come get your pump while visiting Sin City. So come check us out at 4525 West Hacienda, Las Vegas, Nevada. Fit Club Vegas, more than a gym, it's a vibe.
Pacific West Injury Law. Injured? Call 602-HURT. Car accident? Call 602-HURT. Our firm is dedicated to you and your recovery.
Good to go? So official, right?
Why are you laughing at my clap?
That was a lousy. You would be a lousy power slapper.
well, what am I supposed to do? Hit my hand as hard as I can?
So yesterday I listened to your pod, and I heard all about your cortisone shots and how you're walking again and the pain.
Yeah, I tell you this: people don't appreciate the hip injuries. I didn't for 60-something years. I didn't. When I see somebody, okay, how bad can it be? It's the worst possible pain imaginable.
And Jose obviously had his done. He says instant gratification, right?
Yeah.
But then it's kind of funny because he's like, don't wait. And then he's like, well, I have to do my other one. And I have to do my knee. Yeah. You're like, well, I have to do both knees and my both hips,
have a list of things, Hopefully.
He's telling you, don't wait. How did that make you feel? And your whole schedule's on hold for Belarus?
Well, no. I basically realized, okay, let me make it short. I had a health insurance that I purchased as a major health insurance that I realized it was not.
It was completely what we can actually purchase.
Completely scammed, right?
Yeah.
So, of course, I canceled now to get a new insurance in a short period of time. It's a challenging, I'm trying to do. So hopefully, if I do it, I'll do the surgery as soon as possible. But let me tell you, until I got to this cortisone shot, 24 hours pain, and the worst pain when you're laying down. So imagine when you just want to lay down and rest and you cannot. And then standing is the second worst, and even seated, it's constant pain, like exhausting pain. Jesus Christ. I didn't realize that hip injuries are like that.
Have you ever had hip? You have never.
I'm young, so.
He pretty much, when I was going to train with Hunter and UFC, and he was already there, he saw me limping. He says, when you're going to have a hip surgery? And you didn't even know that I had a hip problem. But you saw.
When did it come about? Is this
about
years?
3 years ago.
So do you think your training amplified that, or is it the injuries?
I'm sure.
So do you feel like giant sets cause it?
No.
I was thinking that yesterday when I was listening to the podcast. I'm thinking in my head, like, I wonder what the people that train with you think, like, because you're doing so much
but you see,
time under tension without a lot of rest.
Yeah, but that's the time when the muscle is under tension. When you do super heavy, that's when joints suffer. And my really only strength back in the day was I could push for legs big time. I was doing 6.5 plates squats.
Okay, so do you think Jose, because he was strong as hell, so that's probably why his blown out too. I think his brother too was a crazy power lifter too.
As much as I like to talk about squats, the king of the all exercises, it would vary off if you do it long enough. 20, 30 years of pounding 600 pounds plus.
I mean, they say a lot of hockey players end up getting hit because of the side-to-side motion. So the question is how do you avoid? I mean, Lee Haney, I don't think had hip or knees.
You don't have it. You know?
But I'm, like I said, I'm a lot younger than these guys that we mentioned. Ronnie Coleman had both done.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not sure. Is it?
Hips, yeah. I think it's hips, got done.
Is that a lot, Just what you guys are saying here, it seems like the guys that train super, super heavy later on have some type of hip.
It has to be, man. All the leg presses, hex squats, pendulum, whatever.
Was Ronnie Rockel a heavy trainer too?
Who?
Didn't he get his hips done?
Ronnie?
Germany.
Oh. What's his last name?
Rockle.
Rockle, yeah. Jesus Christ, Ronnie, I forgot.
Rockle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had both of his hips done. He still competes.
No, you're talking about.
I thought it was Ronnie Rockle.
No.
The German bodybuilder.
I want to say Ramon Fritz.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ramon
then I
Fritz,
got-
yeah.
What about
Yeah.
Jose when he said, I was back deadlifting 500?
Yeah, exactly.
Milos goes, I haven't done that since
30 years.
30 years.
I never liked the deadlifts. Jesus Christ. I love squats.
Like, that's so typical of Jose, though. He's funny. So he's a regular on the pod now?
Yeah, he's going to be regular. Yeah, they're changing one time Chris, one time,
Oh, okay.
yeah, Jose.
I need Jose to come out here.
He's
He
the
has some
best.
crazy stories.
He's the best.
You know, he has a really good eye, Jose. So
Best.
I like to hear his breakdown because we're going to talk about this today. So we had, listen, Cormier raved about Neckzilla.
Yeah, for years. Couple of
Rubiel,
years.
right? And I got to meet him for the first time in
Last year
in FIBO.
FIBO.
And I got to see for the first time, but unfortunately he wasn't in contest shape. So for me, I mean, he looked, how can I say this? You remember Nasser, how he looked off season, where everything was just big and round? That's what he looked like. Because I thought, like, Nasser had really big legs and big calves, like, and he has shorter legs, right?
Yeah.
Where Rubiel, like, I don't know. I still think Rami's legs are more impressive than his.
Maybe not with the
he
not
didn't have
with
the
the
calves.
calves. Yeah, Rubiel's got the
But-
calves too.
But like I remember seeing Victor Richards, and to me, Victor Richards was more because remember he was in tights. It was a different apparel, like they wore different clothing then. But I saw Victor Richards for the first time in person. I was 20, and I saw him at the 93 USA where Cormier won. And we were walking into. I never forget. I was walking into the Santa Monica Performance Arts, whatever theater, and there was Victor Richards, tank tops, tights. And I couldn't believe it. He was that big.
He was there at my first Olympiad I attended, 88, when Lee Haney won, dominated everybody. And he was in the audience, obviously, in the hot skins and tank top and just freak. And then I saw him guest posing at a FIBO with Dorian and Paul Dillette, and it's just like the ultimate freak. Ben Demira didn't like him, and for whatever reason. And he was always like, he is just like... there was no Instagram back in the day. If it was, he would be perfect Instagram, right? He can't compete. And then he's from some African country, I forgot where. So he went there and he won that championship and got the pro card. But I guess he never entered the pro show.
Well, I mean, Joe Weider saw potential in him because he had him.
Yeah, but he never competed, right?
No, I think, he won the pro card, didn't he?
He won the pro card, winning that
But you
national
remember
championship.
him on the ads, the Weider ads, and
Yeah.
he was like, he had the small waist and he was pretty lean, and he was doing the one-arm bicep, like, for the supplements.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he was still pretty, it wasn't like he was never fat. He was just, like, kind of like in between off-season and pre-contest. We've never seen him ripped.
12% body fat, I would say.
He's from Nigeria.
Nigeria, okay. Another one, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
But he was super impressive in person. And Rubiel, like, don't get me wrong, he's super impressive, but I don't feel like it was as wide as Victor.
So here it is. We saw him first time at Dubai last year, and we were both super impressed. I mean, Jesus
Huge.
Christ. When he stepped on the stage, it's next level. It was just like that Ronnie Coleman, that time in 2003 when he walked into the room. Of course, Ronnie had a shape and a width. Rubiel doesn't. When Chris was raving about him, I know what he was saying, but he was just straight up and down. There was no V-taper whatsoever. Yeah. There was not enough shoulder width, lat width, and it was too much width in the waist. But he had those chiseled deep abs and flat stomach. You got to give it to him. Now, when you look at chest, is striated. Back is pretty good. Back double biceps was super impressive. You can probably see it. Now he's coming in his own. I think legs are, if you ask me, more impressive than Rami's. Rami had that vastus lateralis. They had that sweep. But just substance, if you look at like how much meat is there, nobody comes close to this. And then calves.
But no one cares about calves anymore in the judging panel.
They don't care about a lot of things.
I mean, calves are beautiful muscle. Like all of us would love to have it.
Well, there's no symmetry round, so there's.
Oh, yeah,
it
that's
doesn't matter if they flow anymore. You know?
Milos, why isn't there a symmetry round?
We've already heard this.
Yeah, because So let me just say it one more time because I love repeating myself, especially when I, speak the truth. I just posted the other day. You remember how exactly we were commanded, instructed, feet together, hands by your side.
Yeah.
Okay. So you tell me, Matt, why would they insist? Why would the judges insist feet together, hands by your side? What does that
Symmetry.
do? But what does it do?
And it makes sure everybody's equal. Everyone's the same.
Equal. Somebody posted in my comments there, like, it's a lie detector test. You can't fake it. This is
everyone's.
You have to be what you are. So that's your real waist,
hide it.
real, right?
I don't want to interrupt you. I saw somebody post that the other day when they were talking about this, and one of the guys said, "If I do this way, my waist will look bigger." And it's like, well, your waist is bigger.
Yeah.
So you can't hide it.
I answered that too, of course. So it's a lie detector test, and it's no illusion. Even though bodybuilding is illusion. But back in the day, it was insisted. Stand there. You don't pose. There was 3 physique rounds. First, you don't pose. Stand there. Quarter turns. Then you pose exactly as we want you to. And third, now we give you a chance to present your physique. They always confuse posing routine is like, choreography and movement and entertainment. Hell no. Means nothing. You can have a best routine and shitty physique. You can't win. It was poses other than mentors. By the way, I went yesterday to New Tech Gym here in Las Vegas. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, we saw it.
You see the pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah, your picture's coming. It's still not there. But all those photos, when you look at Arnold in the Mantis pose, and Frank Zane in his pose, and victory pose of Sergio, or Samir Banu, and this is what I'm talking about. That was bodybuilding. This is why we had a posing round, not for a posing and performance. Yeah, it helps if you choreograph and move well, but it's convinced me, as Joe Wheeler was telling me back in the day, Milos, you don't have a back double biceps, don't do it. But twisting back, your back looks good. So make sure you do all the twisting back shots.
All right, take 2. Hey guys, if you have not heard, I've launched my own TRT clinic. TRT Kingdom is now live. And if you'd like to schedule on consult or get more information, make sure you guys go over, check it out, and let us see how we can help with your health needs.
Click the link below.
Shit.
Say click the link below.
Okay. Click the link below and make sure you guys check out. Let us help you with your needs.
All right.
Yeah. See, the whole thing is, and I was talking to Hunter about this. We had many discussions.
Hunter Campbell?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's a fan of bodybuilding.
Yes.
Okay, he follows it.
The best.
And he's followed it for a long time.
Yeah.
And he said the biggest obstacle in bodybuilding is how they judge, because you can't decipher, obviously these rounds, but the problem is like if a guy doesn't have, like, I'm going to put my body, for example, does someone like you beat me in the symmetry round?
Every day and twice on Sunday.
Okay. I would probably agree. I think the 01 look was definitely better than symmetry than the ending. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got too big at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I would kill you on muscularity, right?
Yeah.
So if you fall behind on the symmetry round, and then obviously the collaboration of scores, but it's like this. The Arnold Classic gives out the most muscular every year. Yeah. Is everyone in agreement who is the most muscular? Should Marcus Rule won the years that I won?
Yeah, but they actually gave a winner of muscularity around that trophy. I thought before that maybe judges could see and Marcus Rule would be freak, but they gave it to winner of the muscularity round. When you look at the judging score sheet, it would be a winner of muscularity round.
So I'm going to ask you a question. Like, who wins
back in the day?
Who wins the muscularity round? Me in 2004, Arnold, or Marcus Rule? That was a year I was a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Still won the most muscular that year.
Well, I mean,
does it come down to like definition and muscularity?
Yes, because it's not. It's still.
I think that's where
judging the physique. Not freak factor. They should maybe have
that's the confusion of the judging. You understand? So to people look at muscularity and they think, oh, that's the most muscular. Yes.
Yeah.
They think Nas or Marcus Rule Rubiel. Okay, that's the most muscular guy on stage. But then someone like me wins, or Branch Warren wins, who is lighter than Dennis Wolf.
Yeah.
Dennis Wolf gets second to Branch or whatever.
Yeah.
Is he more muscular than Branch Warren?
Well, put it this way, providing that you have a complete development, right? Shape is not as important, but complete development and the crazy conditioning, that's what it was winning muscularity round, providing you have enough muscle mass, obviously. Conditioning, hardness, density was exemplified in the muscularity rounds. And muscularity, mind you, it's every muscle from every angle. That's why you have a front double and lat spread and side chest. So they would show us the physique, how we can scrutinize every body part, and, this is why. But as I keep insisting, the biggest mistake ever was to take away beauty of bodybuilding by aesthetics is taken away by not judging. Listen, here is the idiotic comment of Bob. And I love Bob. Bob is so knowledgeable and passionate.
But you're insulting him.
Yeah, but so I call myself idiot sometimes. It doesn't matter, he knows what I'm talking about. Bob knows exactly. He knows bodybuilding. He's a historian. His eye is pretty much close to my eye. What he sees, I see it when we judge the shows. But stubbornly, he's defending that, he proposed a change. By proposing Symmetry round out, you lower the aesthetics.
Did he propose the change?
Supposedly. I don't even think that's the case.
But they're just saying they combined the...
Yeah, they combined. So he says, you're being judged even though you're not being scored. Ta-da! You're being judged, you're not being scored. Guess what? If you scored, then you're 100% judged. Okay?
It's full transparency.
Yeah, full transparency.
You're
and
not
then
being transparent if you agree with...
I included the Symmetry. You didn't, because they never discuss about quarter turns, when they do the post-show analysis. So, and then posing round. It pisses me off because they keep saying, how can Dorian beat Vince Taylor or Sean Ray or something like that?
With one bicep?
Not bicep, no, about routines. It's not a routine that is being judged. It's like physique, so many of those crazy poses. Dorian had so many. I posted Lee Haney's 88 routine and see how many poses other than mandatories he did. I posted mine to show them I had twice as many poses other than mandatories. It exemplifies the strength of my physique. So if I shock you, yes. When you go to the posing routine, that's what people do. They go there and they kneel down, they show nothing, they turn to the side, show big stomach. I mean, like uneventful, people don't even watch. Your job is to go there, get your 15 best poses back to back to back and connect them correctly. Impress me one after another. That's your job, right? So mandatory is your biggest strength. You're going to emphasize them, but there's so many other poses. I mean, you had a signature shots.
I know, but like right now, like for example, and I don't want to talk, let's talk about the stuff we want to talk about because we don't want to beat it to death. If you look at the top 5 from last year's Olympia, okay, like who is the best in Symmetry? Let's break it down. So you have Samson, Hadi, Derek. Who was 4th?
There was
Martin Fitzwater, and 5th
Andrew.
So tell me who wins the Symmetry. Give me the order of Symmetry based off your best. I want you both to answer this question. So does Andrew Jack win the Symmetry round or Samson beat him?
He beat him because of more balance to his legs. That's why.
Who?
Samson? Samson has
so
Andrew
Samson
first,
second?
Andrew second. Yeah, I would.
Okay, and who's third?
Hadi, I would think so too. Yeah. Because balance.
We talked about him being boxy, but
you and I talk about boxy.
But I think all 3 of those guys, Martin,
but he doesn't have any weaknesses.
Yeah.
Derek, and Hadi all have similar. Would you say they're similar?
Yeah.
So Hadi would be third.
I think Hadi's the most complete.
And who would be 4th?
Martin before Derek. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because Derek had weak legs and balance is there. Now you see. It's not just the symmetry and shape that is being judged. You still have to put the conditioning into your shape and symmetry. So this is why, obviously. if Andrew Jack would come ripped to the bone with the bigger legs, he would probably win the Symmetry round.
He'd probably win everything.
Probably, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Call it what it is.
Because he is wider, he has a bigger weight taper with the chiseled abdominals that make so much difference in, front double, lat spread, abs and thighs. So anyway, yeah, that's how I would look. To summarize, I don't know if Symmetry is ever going to be considered again. It would take you 45 seconds for the quarter turns, 1 minute tops. This is what we don't have a time. Check it. 45 seconds. Steve would call it quarter turn to the right. 10 seconds later, quarter turn to the right. Okay, next. So you're going to implement another 15 minutes of the time that true bodybuilders want to see that shit. I just posted, I don't know if you've seen, with the Flex Wheeler, Paul Dillette, who was there, the Derham Charles, Lee Priest. Look at those physiques. And they were doing quarter turns. You can't take your eyes off of them. Like, oh my God, look at Flex. Look at Paul. Look at Lee. Symmetry. Just stand there, look good. That's what bodybuilding should be about. The front relaxed pose, I think, should
and from
be
the
most
Symmetry
valued.
side, like you said, you have to be honest.
You have to
So
be honest.
nobody can. You can hide your stuff in other poses,
Yes.
but there you can't. So the judges see the exact physique.
That's why they were insisting. And
Yeah.
this is why I asked you a question, because
Yeah.
you probably never answered before. Before they were insisting, they don't want you to flare your lats and bring your arms up
Want
and
everyone
spread
think.
your legs. Okay, that was the reason for it, because they want to assess your true shape, symmetry, aesthetics, proportion, balance, everything. Now, if you ask me, if I am like Derek, for example, Derek looks phenomenal in expanded, right? So, of course, he's not going to like even idea of changing it. So, and I have to consider that many people now look good in this ride a motorcycle, which I hate, right? I wouldn't ride a motorcycle exactly, but I would let them vacuum and spread the lats a little bit. I would still lower the arms down. If you can arrange arms down.
If your lats are too big, you can put your arms down.
Yeah, mine were too big and I could still do it. Yeah.
I think it's more impressive when the guy's arms are down.
It is.
You can use your lats to push your arms out a little more. You
So-
look
I
better.
kind of had a little motorcycle to me, didn't I?
Yeah, you did very much so.
So I can't talk.
Yeah, you can't complain about it. But okay, somebody mentioned Keon. And Keon Prodigy, Pearson, has the best physique out there. Oh my God, right? And then, so
Head to toe, least flaws.
yeah, he has to stretch the abs to look perfect. And somebody posted it. He looks phenomenal with the stretched abs, so you don't have to necessarily, hands by your side still doesn't mean that you have to really, make your abs. I like it. I say bring back the abs. I love it. If you have abs, show it. But waist widens. Some people does, some people doesn't that much. For Keon, I like the way he does it. Yeah, I would just like them to do something with the arms, that you can spread the arms that much and maybe legs not that much. Okay? Maybe we can ask for a complete change, but some to be implemented.
So before we go on, do you think any changes will come from this?
No. But I'm going to keep talking anyway.
You just like to talk anyway.
So are we just wasting our time then?
That's yeah, look at you. What are we, 17 years old?
21.
21?
So you see the legs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feet together.
That's how Ronnie posed too.
Yeah. That's how we all did.
I wonder what year they stopped saying,
I don't even remember.
feet together. When did they stop? Because I remember listening to bodybuilding shows years ago, and Mannion was the head judge.
Yeah.
And he would say that.
I have on
Feet
the
together.
tapes many times. You can hear it. Yeah. Yeah.
First Arnold prep file.
Which one's that?
By then I beat you already so many times.
Yeah, but I would have smoked you.
He goes, yeah, but I would have smoked you. How does that make you feel that Jay as a teenager might have beat you when you were at your prime?
that would be bad.
All right, so tell me, let's talk a little bit about these shows.
Okay. Which one do you want to talk about first?
Well, Italy was first. So, what I don't understand, there was such a lineup at Dubai, And most of those guys did not go a week later to Italy, for the love of God. Okay?
I mean, you talk about this all the time.
Yeah, but
You don't
You
know
said
what people.
How
Belarus couldn't
can you
go
not?
because of the war situation.
Oh, yeah. You mean traveling was difficult? Maybe. Okay, yeah.
I don't know what other, especially European guys,
But
because they got to fly from Dubai back to Europe anyways.
Neckzilla made it, right? So he flew from Dubai, I guess.
Yep.
I think
And Andrea Presti did the show.
He
He
lives
was
there.
in China.
Oh, yeah, he was in China.
He was in China competing the weekend before. So he flew even further back.
So, yeah, that was a show for Neckzilla to possibly...
Are we surprised that Neckzilla put it together like
You know,
this?
none at all. I mean, that's why we were talking about.
What happened last year then, when Chris built him up?
I just
and
don't think he was ready.
He was not lean enough, dry enough, conditioned, and didn't present the physique at all.
Yeah.
Remember in Dubai, he did this stupid dancing routine that was like, oh my God.
But he did Dubai this year, correct?
yeah, he did. And
He looked a lot better.
And Steve said he wasn't hard enough.
yeah, not hard enough. Look, he lost to Nathan Diasha, right? But then harder, he beat Nathan. So he had the potential with the physique if he would be conditioned to beat a guy like Nathan.
Okay.
So think
But
of it
he
like
wasn't.
this, though. He wasn't hard enough, but look who he was going against. Behruz,
Yeah.
Bonick. I mean, he had
Tonio.
some Tonio. He had some heavyweights ahead.
Heavy hitters, yeah.
But going into Italy, he didn't have that, so he probably didn't look
Yeah.
hard enough compared to because all those guys get crazy hard.
All right,
So-
question is, before we go further, can he do the Mr. Olympia?
If he can get a visa, I know he's from Venezuela, and Venezuela, from what I understand, it's similar to Iran and some of these other countries, that it's not a simple process to get him here. And I don't know what his team's working on, so I
Well, what can they possibly work on? I mean, can you help them out with the
well,
advice?
it depends. I mean, obviously Hadi came here, but Hadi had an American sponsor.
Mhm.
He had Evagym. That's an American company. I don't know if Rubiel has an American sponsor. Behruz has a U.S. sponsor
Yeah.
from the local gym here in
Yes,
Vegas. He
yes.
has a sponsor.
So let me ask you this: so if his team is on point, they're getting the letter from the Olympia and dealing
Hopefully
with.
they were working on it a while ago already.
Well, I know Chris had spoke about it before, right?
Yeah.
And someone had asked about it in the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
But is
Yeah.
Chris working with him still as closely, or is he not?
No, I think he advises him here and there.
Okay.
He has a
Because he has a coach.
Francisco. Yeah,
Okay.
Jose. Yeah. So
But I know everyone just assumes because guys qualify, they're automatically coming. And we may, like we said, we may be disappointed that a lot of these guys, unfortunately, can't make the track.
We have 3 guys in the open that they can't just come here.
yeah,
Hadi can't just come here. Behruz can't, and Rubiel can't.
that would
It's
be
a
hard,
process.
Yeah.
Like, look, if we remember, Hadi qualified 2 or 3 years before we ever got him here, and it took
17
Hani,
and 18, he was qualified.
it took Hani years to get him here. And how long has Behruz been working on it?
Yeah,
Multiple
this-
years.
3 years he was denied.
years.
This is 4th year.
Fourth
Yeah,
year. So
yeah.
I don't know what his team's. I don't know if they started the process already to get him here, because I'm assuming they want him here
For
regardless.
Behruz, yes. For Rubiel,
For
I don't
Rubiel.
know. Yeah,
I don't
know.
I
yeah.
haven't spoke to Chris or spoke.
Which I mean, listen, he would be such a popular guy on
He
that
would be the
stage.
most popular guy.
You're
on
talking
stage.
about potentially all 3 guys could be top
Yeah.
5, top
Yeah.
6 in this show. This isn't just some guy that qualified.
No.
and,
Yeah.
No, these are especially Behruz
I mean,
and Hadi
these are
are
the-
for sure first
I mean,
call.
between the two, Behruz and I mean Hadi, we've been talking about for years. Arguably, could have won more times than he did, but.
Yeah.
These guys are the talk of the year, pretty much. I mean,
I-
Bonick is too. I think.
I
Bonick
honestly
was-
think Rubiel would get the biggest cheer of anyone. Because
Yeah.
look, when he walks out, he doesn't look real.
Yeah, he doesn't look real.
He doesn't. He looks
Yeah, he's like an animation, like an AI,
like a superhero.
Yeah.
I still don't understand how he grew that much because you see those pictures 3 years ago.
I
or
think
something.
Rami the same thing. Look how
Rami's the same.
Rami
Rami?
looked
Yeah.
normal at one point.
I remember in 13 where I was sitting when Rami walked out.
Mhm.
It's 13 or 14.
New York? I wasn't there yet.
No, at the Olympia.
Olympia.
13 was
And
his
where
first
I was
one.
sitting, the athletes that are coming out walked straight where I was.
Yeah.
And when you saw Rami look out, it looked like he had 2 legs.
Yeah.
And every time he took a step, he'd have to turn a certain way. He couldn't walk straight because his legs are so freaky, but the place erupted for him.
So Rami was kind of like Jay, super wide.
Yes.
I mean, that width, and any which way you turn around, it's still the width is there. He maybe didn't have as much thickness. Like, let's say,
he wasn't as dense.
Yeah, he wasn't as 3D. He was more 2D freak, But I don't know. I mean, Rami was pushing 300 pounds too. Apparently, Neckzilla is over 300, right?
He has to be.
I don't know.
Because he's not. He's not short. He's got to be 5'10" to 6 feet. He's not short. Yeah. He's a big boy. Well, hopefully, I don't know what they're working on, but hopefully we all want to see him here. And who knows?
Dennis said he would be the most popular guest poser around the world. He would be. Imagine.
I just wish they had guest posers still.
Yeah, they don't? Yeah.
No, they promote judges and photographers now.
I wish they would put a budget together and say, hey, you're our chosen one. We're gonna fly you around. Here's a budget. We're gonna pay you $250,000 a year to go appear at these, like Joe Weider. Say, okay.
You know who else would have been great at that? Rolly.
I know.
Yeah.
Because Rolly was as freaky as it got to.
But I feel like what I'm noticing about Rubiel is like the confidence is growing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Show after show. So I think now he's hungry. He's getting better and better. So the exciting thing is if he can get to the Olympia, because I assume he's not competing any longer.
I don't know.
What kind of package can he bring in another 6 months?
Well, here again confirms what we are talking always. Compete, get that experience, sharpen up your tools, So once in shape, second say, so you can be in even better shape. He was in shape for Dubai, he gets better shape in Italy, even better shape for this one, right? Now that's where confidence grows. Of course, if you have a 300 pounds and 3-track legs and all these body parts, I mean, you have every reason to be confident. And we're going to dissect all his poses.
Call Brian Powers and please get him on the list and get him ready for the Arnold next year.
And the cruise right away, right? Because
I hope so too.
Yeah,
they both need to be there.
They need to be there, but I don't know when invitation comes. Like in December, it would be better to be invitation much earlier.
Well, I mean, if I'm sure we can.
Yeah, because we needed that to Arnold's invitation, kind of, and then really.
Of course, they would want to invite him.
Of course, they're going to want to invite him, but maybe it's going to be too late again. And then if you deal with this in December and first week in March, and maybe there's not going to be enough time.
So, but beforehand, the show in Italy, Rubiel won, Andrea Presti got second, and Adolf Burgerhardt got third. I don't know if I butchered his name, but I want to at least give them a shout out. But
just to mention this, Andrea Presti was second in China. He's Italian. He won a bunch of shows in Italy before, and in Europe. He was a crowd favorite, of course, but
I heard him chanting for him.
Discrepancy, of course, in legs right there. It was one leg of Rubiel was like two of his. I was going to
say that's Andrea's weakness, and he's standing next to some of the biggest legs in the history of bodybuilding.
Yeah, so it still gave him a run for it. It was not a unanimous decision, so some judges actually consider Andrea. That's how close he was. I would hope that Andrea is going to earn the qualification in some other show. There is still 7-8 shows, I guess. Yeah. Left.
There's still 2 more in the U.S., a couple more in Europe. So, all right, let me get into this here.
Okay.
And this is the big man show. This is Rubiel, Bruno, and Nathan Diasha were the top 3 in this show. So I'm going to just go through like we normally do, and we're just going to go through some of these guys' poses, and I'll let you.
And Fabian is to the right, right? Here's a classic physique. All right. So my comment to Dennis and Jose, I don't know if you heard, I said that his arms are weak. And this is the pose when you can see that Rubiel's arms are weak. I don't know if he actually even flexes it. Listen, I've seen people that lift the arms in the front of the biceps and they don't squeeze the biceps. They don't supinate, bring the peak out. So they don't externally rotate. Arms here, if you analyze, are considerably weaker than any other body part. Mm-hmm. For Rubiel.
But when you see him in person, his arms are not small.
Yeah, from different angles, down. But when he lifts them up, and there are people that have a crazy, Phil Heath has that most muscular pose.
Kevin Levrone the same.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like from down, their arms look like
different. Yeah,
in the front double, like they just didn't. They had flatter biceps.
he looked like a different arm, from a different view. Yes. So Rubiel, crazy leg, crazy thickness, everything. His lats are improving. Actually, he's getting some V taper there, right?
Well, it's the way he's twerking, he's contortion, like he's twisting with that leg out to create that better V taper. So whoever's working on his posing is doing a great job with that.
Not bad, yeah. That's you notice that it's very good, but he didn't focus on the arms. Okay, another thing that I do want to mention very early: a lot of people go into pose as pose supposed to be, but they don't hit that pose the best for their body and the muscle they're going to present it. And I've seen that many times. People go into some pose. Pose is correct, but doesn't do nothing for your physique. You have to hit the muscle correctly. Front double biceps is like major part. You have to play with it. Open squeeze. I mean, I want to see that biceps contraction. Maybe things are going to happen for Rubiel. If he externally rotated, if he brings the elbow a little bit in, I think it would be more hanging tricep too. Because, like you said, he has the big arms when he's walking around normally.
His arm, yeah.
This pose would, for me, go to Nathan, even though Nathan, we criticize him for long torso. You can ignore amount of muscle that he has. Arms are great, legs flaring, separated, lats. I mean, long torso, yeah, but that's structural weakness. Pose is a pose. If I'm a judge, I would give it to him. Bruno looks good. They were talking about who would I put, Bruno or Nathan. In my first glance, I said Nathan, but I'm going to analyze now. Bruno was my guy, and I love the guy, and he's bringing good conditioning and good physique.
Did he get second in California, Bruno, or
no? He got third.
Okay,
yeah, third.
Sass got second.
So he's improving then.
Yeah.
Oh, he was even fourth, maybe.
No, he got fourth. He got fourth.
Yeah.
There was another guy that got
Leonardo.
Yeah.
And then Fabian to the right, classic physique, beautiful physique, but the upper body is still missing to, true open competitor size. Good conditioning. So what would you say in that pose?
Listen, man, Rubio, look at him.
Yeah.
My eyes keep going back to Rubio as well.
I mean, the legs, I know people are, he's doing a different angle that is definitely helping. I mean, the legs are just so big, man.
It's crazy.
I mean, how do you not have a V taper no matter how wide your waist is when you have legs like that? Like, just try to don't look at anyone's upper body. Just go across the legs. Come on.
Yeah, that's not
it's
even
insane, right? I mean,
his legs are almost double some of these guys.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Stop when he puts the arms down. So now look at that. It's just standing there. Holy hell. Look at that thickness and everything. Now, if I would be his coach and say, okay, you need to impress even more, you have to spread those shoulders. You can't drop them.
Because he's not super wide.
Yeah. So, because other than that, that's unbeatable. So much thickness, so much muscle, right? You have to create illusion of the width. So there's no relaxing on stage. But lat spread is off the chart. Look at that. Boom. I didn't see that before that much, right? Now this lat spread is hard to beat. Okay?
That's a lot of muscle.
His pecs kind of remind me of Paul DeMeo's.
Yeah.
He wasn't super wide, but DeMeo was so big. But he had the crazy arms, DeMeo. Right?
Crazy arms, crazy legs. Yeah.
We
didn't mention Paul DeMeo for a long time, right?
He's got deep abs, too, for...
Very deep abs and very flat stomach.
Yes.
For
a guy with that much size.
I like it. Bruno looks great in the front lat spread, and Nathan. I would give Bruno over Nathan in this one, but for sure...
Rubio wins this.
Rubio wins this easily.
I agree.
And not just easily.
So from classic physique to open.
Yeah. Okay, separate. So I guess he missed the weight. And as he missed the weight, the only choice was to compete as an open.
Like in this show?
Yeah, he was planning to
do classic.
Yeah, classic, and I guess missed the weight.
He's pretty impressive, this
It's
guy.
super impressive.
He's holding his own, like in a lot of these poses.
Yeah, it's super impressive. First conditioning was off the charts.
So
He's
you
tall.
think this changes his perspective on divisions?
It's kind of like Chris Bumstead.
Yeah.
Dude, I think Urs is in that boat.
Yeah.
We
I
talked
see
about
Urs being an open guy at some
I would
point.
just bump up that classic a little bit, a few more pounds, 10.
I know, but this is where you run into.
I know.
Like how where's it stop?
A 10.
No,
Plus
but,
10.
But till someone looks more aesthetic.
Okay, then 5 years later, we're going to revise that. But no, because, okay, he is very classic, right? But he could put more size
I
Oh,
on
know,
the upper
but
body, right?
Milos, look at the side
Look.
chest.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, Matt.
Okay, no, hold on. If you really dissect it, come close and you see arms
Okay.
are not to the part. Arms are not there. And chest, yeah, it's this pose as a pose looks good, but now if you look at the muscle, it doesn't have enough pecs, doesn't have enough arms.
I just he's a hell like he knows how to hit a pose.
Yeah.
I feel
You give
like
it to him.
I feel like classic guys, and I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like they put more effort into posing than
Yes, oh.
open guys. Is that bad to say?
No, it's not about that. That's the truth. It's like obvious.
Because they're
truth.
limited to like X poses. So I feel like maybe they put more time into accentuating the poses they do have on hand.
And not just that, and then when they do the posing routine, they really put together. I mean, it's not even the same sport. Classic physique does open
You know who
by
we talked
far.
about who I think could make a dramatic improvement is Leslie
Leslie
Visser.
Yeah, in open. So
He could do open.
look at here. Everybody hit pose differently. Fabian does old fashioned, Arnold chest up, into the pose. Looks good. Doesn't have enough muscle. That's why I would not give him the first place. Rubiel, it's tons of muscle. He doesn't cheat whatsoever. He doesn't.
His
turn.
arms look great from the side too.
Sorry, yeah, here. And actually, which left arm is his smaller arm. Yeah, so this is a smaller arm. He is almost unbeatable in the side chest pose.
He's there with the Nick Walker and the other guys.
Beating them. I'm serious. The thickness that he has, round popping muscle, and then definition. And from the side, you can see the shape in the wide waist. It's just like what you see from the side.
His waist is super flat from the side.
Yeah, and the legs are monsters and everything. He's super competitive. Bruno looks great in the side chest. Very, very good. Full.
Nathan's a pretty thick mother too.
Yeah, Nathan is great. Nathan has, he has this round muscle
He's got
belly.
very full pecs.
Yeah, and he does the kind of cheating like me. I used to do most muscular side chest combo. Turn around. I love it. I mean, so it's now who do you give between him and
Neckzilla.
Bruno? Yeah, he's competitive with Neckzilla, but Neckzilla, if you see him in person, and if you see a good footage,
Well, you guys got to see him, right?
side chest,
And
His
he's better
leg
than that.
is just it's so ripped from the side too, and it's so fucking big.
yeah.
We can't see it here because obviously
So I'm gonna now
it's shining.
sound like a Neckzilla fan.
No, but look, we're all fans of all
Yeah.
these guys. We want him to, but
Yeah,
he's
just give him a
he's
credit.
someone there that a Samson and Nick Walker are going to have a problem with in the side chest.
Clean tissue. Look at the delt tie in between the shoulders and
And he's a
biceps.
young guy.
Young guy, chest striated, full round, right? And then he has even the intercostals. He has so many tools that if he perfects this pose, it's going to be trouble for anyone. I mean, Samson is unreal in the side chest, but even in Prague, he contested him in that pose.
And that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. And this is another shocker for me. Back double biceps, I didn't expect this from Rubiel. Okay? Because I'm talking too much. Jay, You give it.
No, I'm letting you break it down.
You're better at this than we are.
It's just the quality's not so good.
It's not good. So much thickness, detail, and he's showing the width. Can you actually say that he has a wide waist in this pose? He doesn't have a tiniest, but you can judge him for a thick waist. X frame is there, right? Detail, width, fibers going. I like it. Arms are still not great, but a little bit better, I think, because he leans back, so he kind of externally rotated his elbows, so there's a little bit more arm showing. Nathan looks great. I think that Nathan got second in this one.
Look at Fabian, though.
Fabian looks good, yeah.
His back looks just as good as the open guys.
Whoever
Width.
is conditioned, and he's conditioned, I saw some of his back double biceps in other videos when he leaned way too much back, and I was kind of commented, but here he looks perfect. So maybe that was just going down and then straightening up.
I'll go to the next pose.
Super impressive for Neckzilla, right? So if Chris Cormier was working on that pose, he did a hell of a job. Okay. So here he is not super wide. Which is kind of interesting because front lat spread was really wide. Okay? So this is the pose that he would not.
He's got so much muscle from the front that it just so impressive overall.
Yeah, Nathan looks great. X frame. I think his lower body and flair on the thighs, sweep would probably, for me, decide to give him over Bruno. Mm-hmm. Bruno has a thick back, wide too. Yeah.
Fabian really did himself justice in this show. For him to just show up and just stand next to some of the biggest guys and some of the top guys.
He was in the mix. He was in the mix.
100%. And there's some of these poses he's not getting fourth out of the four guys.
And legs among the best, maybe. I mean, Rubiel has the biggest legs, of course, but not as sharp.
Yeah.
Side triceps, another Rubiel crazy pose. Give another second so you can squeeze the abs. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, they're all off a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't remember in our generation guys doing the twisted side tricep as much.
Not that much.
Right?
I mean, I
remember Jason Arntz did it.
Yeah. We did a side
we
tricep.
didn't have as many that did that whole
turn around.
Like to the front, like ab leg shot.
I did it at the end because it's a good shot. So,
well, did you do it because you felt like you were more aesthetic and not?
No, I do my side triceps, give enough time, be judged.
Turn.
But then, you know how I always say, if you have a couple of ways of showing pose and strengths, you throw in. I would, for every mandatory pose, if you have 2 or 3 variations, I would make sure you hit that what judges want the most, okay? But then you show them another one or a couple of them. So side triceps, I actually pinned it on my Instagram, my Olympia mandatories, and I'm going there, side triceps long enough, and then you turn because your arm's already there, right? So here, next thing you know, you can show the abs.
You had a good way to turn it.
Yeah, it always look
a lot
impressive.
Thicker than what you were. What besides your back double bicep? What do you feel is your weakest pose?
Yeah, I mean, front of a bicep.
Well, you have the. I feel
you
like
have the legs though.
What? So what happens if you didn't sit on your abs in the front double? Could you create because your back wasn't super? It just didn't look.
I tried it. It didn't look. Yeah, it didn't look good. I would gain 1 millimeter of the width.
I didn't have the abs structure to sit on my abs in a front double like Victor Martinez did. Like it just didn't look, my taper wasn't, I had just my the way my abs are cut out, it wouldn't look good sitting on it.
It looked good for you on an ab shot, for sure.
Yes, but
I would not force it on the front double. But yeah, for me, the back double was my disaster pose.
Is that weird, though, that some people they look better sitting on, Hadi? Doesn't Hadi sit on his abs?
Hadi looks good on both. After we criticized him that he was boxy, he came to the Toronto Classic and V-taper was crazy, way small, and then he flexed down, and even with the flexed abs, his waist was not
but like boxy. Dorian Yates, for example, he didn't sit on his abs either, right? He was popped up, Nasser El-Sambadi, he could sit on his abs.
He could, because he had the great abs. Yeah. He actually had the great abs.
More square.
So side triceps, I mean, Rubio wins for sure. Bruno, I know he has always a little bit trouble. I was always on top of him. He doesn't squeeze the abs, perfectly, and then he turns around right away after 2.5 seconds.
Nathan's delts are ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah, Nathan is doing better than before. Sometimes he would not control the stomach, which
Was this one of the better muscular versions of Nathan that we've seen?
I didn't get to see good enough footage. I listened to the podcast where obviously he's speaking freely, which I love, by the way. Yeah. I know some people say, hey, don't complain, but hey, he's just being vocal about how he thinks. He makes a lot of good points, to be honest. And if he was his best, but listen, you're up against new guys.
I don't know if he was the best, but he always looked good. Every time. I mean,
Nathan's never looked
out of shape,
But he had this shot, like his most muscular, his shoulders are...
The chest, shoulders, arms are ridiculous in any pose. Side tricep, side chest, most muscular.
Just, look, I didn't see enough footage from this. Why do you think he got third and Bruno got second? What was the main reason, in your opinion?
If you see there, maybe it was conditioning, maybe it was presentation.
It's hard to tell from what we see here. I don't know. I'm not there.
You don't want me to throw more maybes. I don't. That's enough.
Okay.
I will get myself in trouble. Yeah.
I know what you're going to say. Yeah, don't say it. I already heard it.
Yeah. I mean, because Nathan, 12 times pro champion. Physique that is not fading, is still bringing it, right? Yeah. He had some issue with the lat before. You can't see nothing, right? He tore the biceps. You can hardly see it.
You can't tell at all.
Yeah, not at all. So you got to give it to him. I mean, and then, of course, when you plan to win and you don't win and then you lose to the guy that you think that you should beat, of course, you express your opinion.
If his structure was perfect, then that's but he realizes, okay, little higher lats.
Yeah.
Longer torso, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we all had flaws. I mean, I had the wide waist.
No matter who it is, you can find something. Even Phil, he was narrow.
I mean, listen, Ronnie Coleman's midsection was shorter, right? Kai Green's midsection was shorter. I don't think Phil Heath ever lost to Kai Green. I mean, 2010, Arnold, I thought absolutely Phil won that show.
Really?
Kai still beat him.
He was winning after prejudging.
Yeah. I was in Europe already, so I didn't see
I said, congratulations, Phil. I was sitting 4th row. I said, dude, you just smoked this show. And
I just posted that. I found those 2007 Arnold Classic pictures. And you know how Phil was 2006 winning 2 shows, Colorado and New York. And then that was he placed 5th. And he looked great. But... he was going against guys that were much wider, and you could see that Victor and Dexter and
year and a half
Tony
off.
Freeman.
Him taking that time off made a difference.
So it was actually a good choice for him not to force 2007 Olympia. I would agree.
Remember Hani saying, why are you in a hurry to get your ass kicked?
Yeah. 2008, he came back to the Arnold Classic for a second, right?
You know who I'd love to get on and have a conversation with that I was listening to? Tony Freeman.
Yeah.
Because I feel like now in this era, Tony would be very competitive.
Of course.
He was competitive.
And I don't, we weren't used to someone that tall.
Was he 6'2"?
He's got to be, but if you really look at his physique and break it down,
he was great.
great.
Cannot.
But I love his insight on, he's not dissing. Remember, I mean, he was in Atlanta. I met him when I was a kid. But he talks a lot of sense about how bodybuilding is, where, like, there's all this chatter on all the old guys are cutting up the young guys and this and that, but he's just being realistic, and Lee Haney's being just misconstrued on how they're voicing.
Yeah.
It's like you're sitting there saying Symmetry round's gone. Okay.
It is.
Okay. That's the problem, is there's so many changes, and we sit here and we praise the judging like, hey, they picked the right winner.
Yeah.
It's just maybe like, it's just a confusion on how people are winning based off what?
All right, guys, the new flavor Buzzin' Orange is available now. You can grab this over at jcutler.com. Make sure you check it out. We're having a sale right now. Liquid L-carnitine, 3,000 milligrams. You guys want to get that crazy metabolism boost? Let's go.
Like the standard. There's no real standard of what it is.
So there is more standard when you add more judging rounds, scoring rounds, obviously.
Yes.
And that's how it was.
And then
before.
it can be understood a little more. Yeah. So I think just everyone is really confused, because he's absolutely right. Like he said, guys are going out there with fake body parts. And if you really think about it, there's a lot in shows.
Yes.
Because things you don't see the fiberistic things you used to see.
You don't see the fibers in the biceps.
Remember guys had split biceps.
Yeah.
Ronnie Coleman through his whole career. I had it too. Yes. And I still have it. I still have it, but you don't see it.
Because they're loading their arms.
I don't have it.
Why?
This is fake arms. Yeah.
This is what you're pressured to do to win.
To win, yes. Listen, why did I do the Sintel back in the day? They told me, oh, Milos, you with arms, you would be very competitive. Okay. I'll give you arms.
What top guys have split biceps?
Now?
Andrew jacked.
Andrew does.
Okay, but he's fifth. Okay, go down the line.
I think Hottie does.
That is good, yeah.
Hottie
I don't really...
Samson doesn't.
Yeah, Samson doesn't have a...
Derek doesn't.
Split.
Nick Walker does.
Yeah.
Akeem
Hunter brother has...
Akeem does.
Akeem does, yeah.
Yep. I know we're missing a couple other guys, but there's 50-50. Yeah. Not even 50-50.
Back in the day.
The guys that we're naming are the best in the world for
Albert
a reason.
Beckless, Robbie Robinson.
No, we're going way back. I mean, you go Lee Haney and even Rich Gaspari and Barry DeMay and right? Yeah. Things are just more, obviously the guys weren't as big. It's just what Haney's saying is they're ballooned up. And obviously that's a lot of reasons. I mean, the whole systematic approach is different. You have your theories. People look at you as, hey,
Yeah, but I want to say about if young generations say we old farts are talking shit, it's just conversation analysis. Don't be offended. If I say there is no symmetry round, it's no symmetry round. That you flare the lats, ride a bike and ride a horse, you do. Okay, it's allowed. Why is allowed? It used to not be allowed. Are we going to change it or not? Posing routines used to be something that we were looking forward to. Right now, I'm telling you, I wish they don't even have a posing routine. I'm a bodybuilding fan. I go to the shows, and I don't mind.
I want to watch them.
I don't want it because nobody there comes to present anything. They just want to work it off, and then walk left and right.
I never look forward to the posing round. I'll be honest.
I used to do always. I'm saying this. Back in the 90s, oh my God. I would watch everyone. Vince Taylor, Sean, Labrada, Vampiro, Haney. I mean, one better than another.
The last posing routine I look forward to is Oksana.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's...
Because hers is like a story. You feel like you're watching a movie.
I would love to hear the opinion of the people that buy the VIP tickets. And
so seriously, okay, at
at any of the shows.
At my worst, I'm going to say this anyway, I don't look forward to the routines because I know that nobody's going to put any effort and present nothing.
Well, if you're not getting awarded, why would they?
Exactly. Yeah.
I still think that the guys are way too heavily drugged. And when you're heavily drugged,
What do you mean?
you don't sleep the same. The guys nowadays, the amount of shit these guys take is
I know, but listen, we
This
all
has to
took
do
a
with
lot
the
of
budget.
shit, bro.
you took nothing compared to some of
Listen,
these guys.
but I still took a lot. You
You
know,
did, but the guys now will take triple what you did.
I gave up on the posing round after 2001, baby,
Well, you didn't pull out the flag, man.
because it was illegal. If anyone else pulled it out, what would have happened?
You
Well,
got fined.
They tried to
But
fail
listen-
me for diuretics,
Yeah.
and I had a lawyer up to fight it.
And it's for those that don't know, please tell us what happened in 01.
I was ahead by 6 in the prejudging, and for some unknown reason, everyone knew I was ahead by 6 points between the show, and that was when it was a noon prejudge and a fine. I believe it was the same day. It was at Mandalay Bay.
03 is when they switch, right?
And I remember Carrie was doing her nursing, and she was finishing it. I think she missed it because she was in California. She was going to school for her master's or something. And so she missed the prejudging. So when she came to the hotel, Mannion got in the elevator and said, she came upstairs like, I just saw Jim Mannion. He says, what'd you think of the prejudging? She said, I didn't get to see. He goes, oh, you better be ready for tonight. So she thought, oh, okay, Jay's going to win, and she already knew, obviously, I knew I was battling for the first place. And somehow at night, I did my routine, got out there. I thought I was energetic and whatever else. And Coleman came out, and 9/11 had just happened, whatever, a few weeks prior, pulled out a flag, which was a legal prop, and he beat me by 3 points. So he made up 9 points for the night show. So, and he is a much better poser than me, I guess.
He's a better American.
It's not
than you.
about, let's say, not about posing. It's about physique. So,
But if you have an illegal prop, shouldn't you?
man, come on, American flag?
So
American
now,
flag is
now it's
exception
illegal.
to the
Now
rule.
it's-
If I pulled the Serbian flag, I could understand. I would probably be.
What if you pulled an American flag? They just say you weren't born here, so they would adopt you.
Yeah, so
Listen,
Jay-
no hard
Hey.
feelings. I'm not complaining because
Yeah.
the second
talking
place
shit.
finishes were the best.
moral of the story: why complain?
Yeah, listen, I built the most amazing career. I was just telling someone yesterday of second place finishes. I hold the record, and I'm proud of every single one of those where people, I was highly disappointed at certain times, but I look back now and I was so blessed to not win when I did, because it was one of the most iconic moments ever when it was time after placing second.
Yeah,
Six times.
Four times. Well, four
Four to
times
Ronnie, and then one to Phil and one to Dexter.
It was the right timing. Of course, losing, coming back to win it. Listen, arguably, I always give, I feel bad because I give Ronnie, he's the greatest bodybuilder ever, but I even said that in the Arnold speech, and Arnold was handing me the Lifetime Achievement where Arnold is like
He's on the top of Mount Rushmore.
And I feel like Haney, I forget because I just wasn't in the era. I started in 91 training and he retired that September. I started in August. So for me, I'm like, I always leave him 8-time Mr. Olympia. I'm phenomenal. Way ahead of.
Was he contested least?
yeah,
Phil, I
just
think
one
Phil.
time.
Phil.
So
Well, just once.
well,
Like, didn't you say that Lee
touch that
Labrada-
subject. Let's say 1990 Olympia, maybe.
But if you go back, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. Dude, he was the best teenager, turned pro, super young, and won his first Olympia at 22.
Yeah.
So when you actually start thinking about it, wow, was he actually?
He had the best career.
He does.
And he retired at 31.
Yeah. So when we say who's the greatest,
Yeah. By results,
I can actually
by
look at-
results him.
Yes,
By results,
because
he
he
lost
rolled-
one Olympia.
he was teen.
How many shows has he ever lost? Amateur and pro? One?
I think maybe two. Yeah, Maccabi.
His first Olympia.
Yeah, Olympia, and then in the Grand Prix, he lost to Maccabi twice. Yeah,
He did.
Yeah.
On this first year.
yeah, first year.
Okay.
and then after that, he
So he's had 3 losses in his career.
He dominated everybody. What is the third one?
No, well, 2.
2, yeah.
Okay, I thought you said he lost to someone.
No, he just...
Oh, he lost the Olympia, his first.
The first
So Olympia and
Olympia,
2 Grand Prix, you said. That's
So-
3.
No, one Grand Prix. One Grand Prix. And
Oh, he
then-
lost 2 shows
Yeah.
as an amateur or a pro. He smoked everyone else.
yeah.
So is he...
And he retired at the age of 31. Arnold lost first Olympia, right? And he won 7, okay?
What about other shows that he competed? Or was there...
Arnold didn't do any other pro shows, right? I don't
Who
think
beat him in the first Olympia?
so.
Sergio
Sergio
Oliva.
Oliva.
Okay.
But listen...
Oh, no, he
Arnold-
lost to Frank Zane in
Oh,
one
so he
of the
lost to
shows,
Frank
yes.
Zane.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he
yeah.
wasn't contested in a couple of those
Yeah,
Olympias.
yeah.
He was the only one. They disqualified everyone the one year he won.
Yeah.
Right? And it was only him and Serge Nubret one year, correct?
Franco never beat him?
No. Franco never beat him, of course. Yeah.
So Lee was tested.
By
a lot more.
results, Lee is the most dominant because Ronnie was losing a lot of,
For
you
the
know,
beginning of his career.
beginning
Yeah.
of the- and then at the end, of course. But if you just judge the best physique at one moment that was on the stage, the best of everybody, probably Ronnie would won as a
03 or 98.
98. I would give him 98.
Well, because Haney, like, I was watching. Did you post the thing we posted Rocky for the Rocky 4 soundtrack? I just watched it on Instagram. Like he hit all the poses, and dude, he had everything, but he didn't have a crazy thigh sweep.
Right.
But no one really did then, except for Platts. But he was way out of proportion. I felt like.
He was way out of the
But he
proportion.
got second at the Olympia one year, which
Yeah.
people thought Chris Aceto said he could have won it.
Yeah, but that was the time when Padilla should have won. Eh? Yeah. Well, Lee Haney
Lee's on
didn't
Mount
have a
Rushmore
reason.
regardless.
Lee is
If he had a competition and he needed to improve something, he would probably improve. But he was so dominant. Okay. In 1990, it was a drug-tested contest, and that was the only time when I thought maybe somebody had a chance. But when I really rewatched, Lee Haney was just not as dominant as he usually was, but he was still, winning the show.
I'm going to ask the $50 million question. If he wouldn't have retired and went one more year,
92 for sure he would won.
would he have beat Dorian? How long until
92
Dorian
for
would have
sure.
overtaken him?
Well, he's best ever in 91. Like Haney always said that. He said he actually peaked for the only show he ever peaked at perfect was 91 Olympia, his last.
If he would have went on another year or two, would he have
92 he would in Helsinki he would won for sure, hands down. 93
That's when Dorian was crazy.
Dorian was crazy. I don't know. I mean, I prefer Lee Haney's physiques any day.
Who knows?
Steve Weinberger says that he would probably give it to Dorian. Even though Steve says Haney has his favorite physique, but Dorian looked freaky. We were in Dubai at the airport, and I asked him, okay, I got to hear it from you. Who would win 91 Haney or 93 Dorian? And he says Dorian didn't look human. Coming from Steve, I take his word. Anytime.
Well, hopefully we can get Lee on here one day so he can. He's just full of knowledge. I'm not a big fan when some of the younger guys kind of like shit on him for it. It's like, hey, he has an opinion. He's not saying this to be disrespectful. He's saying it so you can learn.
Yeah,
and
but
get better.
the problem is, I don't think he's tearing the guys down. He's tearing the judging standard down. And they're taking it offensively because they're
affected.
They might know, like, hey, I have this flaw. It's like you saying someone's like more aesthetic. Like, dude, I realized that I wasn't super aesthetic. I was across. I think I wasn't as freaky as Marcus Rule, but I outmuscle people to win. I had to offset my body. I was never told I had the best genetics. You thought no way in hell could Jay Cutler ever become Mr. Olympia. So what does that say? I mean, you can look at Haney as a teenager, look at all these young guys. I mean, someone's going to be great.
Yeah.
You looked at me, and I trust your opinion on physiques.
Yeah, no, didn't see
I mean,
it.
we talk about this all the time. That guy has a ton of potential. I mean, we saw Keon Pearson potential when he was natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, wow, I didn't think he could become what he is now. And gosh knows what he's going to be in 5 years.
But you polished everything. I mean, you widened yourself in the right places. You thickened yourself and kept your stomach flat at all times. That 1 year that you, what,
Yeah,
95?
Yeah,
05?
05.
Yeah, that's the only time I've seen it. Yeah, so...
But you know what, though? I know Jay will say this and other people will say that Jay had a wide waist, but it didn't look wide. Because he was so wide and his legs were so big, he had just as much of a V taper as the most aesthetic guys out there. It was just a bigger version of a V taper.
Well, I think Nasser had a wide waist too, but I thought he looked pretty, like his ab and thigh was pretty
great.
Like he had good lats and good
we
quads.
When we train abs every day, you know, which is another thing that you never see.
Like
Nobody trains abs.
I thought Pierre Fuchs was going to be way better than what he ended up like. Dude, when he came back and like that with all that size, I thought.
You know what he said? He was the best bodybuilder and the worst competitor. He said for himself.
Do you remember when he came in the magazine after putting on all that size?
96. Holy hell!
Did people freak out?
Absolutely. I have signed photo from him last spread that you don't. Back then there was no.
He rivaled
Photoshops.
Yates, right?
Yeah. Big time.
Didn't they talk about him like rivaling Yates?
Yeah, he could have. If he would be conditioned next to Dorian, he would give him hell. He had a bigger legs.
It was crazy. You remember?
Yeah. I remember when he tore his legs doing that photo shoot.
No, but this was way before.
Yeah.
He was young, you know.
I guess was with him in Luxembourg, and it was just freaky.
Where was he from again?
Switzerland.
Switzerland.
He lives in Palm Springs now. He'd be great to talk to.
Yeah, we should get him on.
Yeah.
He's got some
JP,
stories.
give us a call. Yeah, he has a lot of stories for sure.
I mean, Charles Claremont would be great to put on.
That's one of my
Like
favorite.
I feel like his physique was so underrated. Like we talk about split biceps. I mean, could he have the best arms back then?
Probably. Smallest waist, beautiful shape. You know, he was 92. He was dead last at British Grand Prix, and 93 he beat all of us, including Kevin and Flex. So from last to first on the same show. He came obviously from different organizations, so maybe initially maybe they dog him a little bit. But hey, they gave him a chance. He beat Kevin a couple of times. He beat Flex in that show.
Yeah, the Olympia, he just didn't. He was like seventh or something.
He was just not peaked perfectly. Yeah, one of my favorite physiques of all time. Then he had some back injury. I guess that's why he stopped.
Yeah, I got to see him when I toured over there a few years ago. He came to see me, and we got to chat. And
super nice guy.
like I looked up to all those guys. All right, so what else? What other? Do we breaking down this next one? Or?
No, I think we just had to. I think there was just one pose.
Okay.
Those abs and most muscular. Yeah,
Abs and most muscular.
abs.
All right, we got it. We got off on a.
Well, that's okay. I just switched the camera off. All right, so then we did abs.
Yeah, so look at the. How can you not give abs and thighs to Rubiel when he has a crazy deep abs and
he does the same twisting for the front
stupid legs?
lower bicep.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, we like to see more taper, smaller waist, but abs and thighs
It's comparable to some of the other guys.
Abs and thighs. So he won.
We're
that
just
hands
talking
down.
about Platts, and I think Platts did the same leg stance when he did the abs and thighs. Then don't you think, Milos? Didn't he tilt his leg out like that, Platts?
I don't remember now.
And then he locked the thigh, remember? Because he had the striations.
He has striations like you.
Yeah.
You and Platts are the only one that can just stand and do nothing and have feathers everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, look, there we go.
Yeah, Nathan is excellent and the most muscular. Of course, Rubiel is Rubiel. Jesus Christ.
The camera went off right there. Well,
I mean, if you say that
impressive.
Rubiel won every pose, we would not be wrong, right?
so is Rubiel is he a first call out guy to you?
It could be. Well, it depends if they're going to call 6 guys or 8
He
guys.
needs more leg detail, I think. If he gets
Much more.
more like thigh cuts, he's going to be really impressive in the lineup.
Because there's a couple shots that he's going to be
super competitive.
battling,
Yeah.
have the best shot on stage.
Yeah.
So
Side
they don't.
shots.
I forget. I should know this because I'm supposed to be an expert on this podcast. Did they quarter turn these guys, or is it only front relaxed and then go into a pose?
So this is how it starts. It starts with the group numerical
Yes.
order, and then you do the front relax, front double, side relax, side chest, back relax, back double, and then turn to the front.
Okay, so no quarter turn to the right,
No,
none of that
there's-
stuff, right?
no.
So the only pose from Symmetry is the when they come out and stand.
Front relax and side, right?
Yeah, inside, but they
What do
do
you mean
the back
side?
relax too. You know,
They do the side.
yeah.
What do they
Side.
say?
So-
Quarter turn side.
Oh, they do?
So after the front double biceps, you quarter turn to the side, and then they call a side chest.
Okay.
But do they really judge that the quarter
Kind of a
turn?
mix.
And so what do they say? Don't they turn? They don't say quarter turn to the right, standing relaxed back shot. They just go. They call a shot,
Quarter turn
right?
to the right and then back double.
And then,
So, but there's no hold at all in that back double, correct? It just, I mean, it goes.
relax?
Yeah, they don't like they turn and hit the shot, right?
they turn. Steve gives them 5
Second?
seconds maybe,
Okay.
and then ask for the pose.
Okay.
But it's not really judged. I mean, that's
Oh,
why
it's
I have
judged.
a
They
problem.
say it's judged.
And it's not. It's not. If they judge it, then have a round for that. See the
So
quarter turns.
it's
judge
judged,
the
but it's
physique.
not paper judged.
Yeah.
Judged but not scored.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
It's like, fuck, but don't put it in. Okay?
So how many rounds are there? So there's the prejudge round.
Yeah.
He said, fuck, but don't put it in.
Fuck what say what?
He said, I said, so what do you think of that? He goes, it's like
Yeah.
fucking,
What-
but don't put it in.
Watch the podcast.
Oh. Only okay.
I'm a rude asshole.
You're a bully, Milos.
So what's the rounds? Prejudge,
Yeah, it's
prejudge,
and confirmation round.
confirmation,
and,
and posing.
posing.
Is this
Is
three
not,
rounds only?
the posing is not being judged. I don't even know what they're doing posing for.
It's entertainment.
High-end entertainment, and nobody puts effort. Put an effort.
The only show that it seems like they put effort is the Arnold because the best poser gets 10 grand.
So best poser
Would
could
the
be,
Olympians
listen,
give money? Okay.
They don't do best poser.
I would do separately a posing round as a physique round, being judged for the physique. And then if you want to train for best entertainment, go ahead. So you can be a best entertainment and show your great physique, both at the same time, by all means. I'm all for it. Give them $10,000 for a best performance.
Question
No
for
problem.
you. Last week, there was a bunch of people upset about some of the posing that some of these guys are doing on stage.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, I talked to the gentleman, Michael Pugliese. It's an Italian guy. He took offensive, because Sean and myself and other people said, "What are you doing? Dancing on the stage." So he said exactly. He wanted to entertain the crowd, So judging is not being scored anyway, and he just wanted to, entertain him. And he realized he made a mistake. He apologized and all that stuff. And I was a little bit harsh on him.
I have a question.
But you shouldn't be posing. I
have
said
a
you
question.
can't pose. And
just, if they're not scoring
yeah.
and you're not breaking the rules, what's the issue? No, I'm being serious. Though. Like, I get it. Like from a
What are the rules?
It doesn't say you
No
can't
dancing?
do that. So if there's no rule against it and you're not getting judged, well, fuck, go do a handstand. I know it's to the guys that have been around. You don't, but what
You're
I'm
just
saying is,
winding Milos up.
no, I am, but I'm just being honest because I saw so many people that were freaking out. I'm going, well, you didn't. Well,
Hey,
they need to put the rule
hold a
there. You
second.
can't do that, right?
Can you tell LeBron James to dance in the middle of a
Well, someone will
basketball
fucking
game?
score, and then
Okay, or football before you throw and run. Let's dance.
Well,
Somebody
remember
could, but
they used to do the end zone dance, the icky shuffle, and all
that's
that.
after you score. That's after you
And they
score.
stopped it.
no, but I'm just saying, like, but the reason I say that is then maybe they should judge the routines, and maybe they should put a standard on what you can and can't do.
How did he do in the show?
Not good. Not good. Yeah, actually, he
Did
has
it
a good
affect him,
physique.
or?
Yeah, no, he has a good physique, but just still not up
I
to
saw
standard.
like there was two though, wasn't
There was a
Men's
men's
physique.
physique guy that was a little more. He moved a little
Yeah.
bit too much, and they were upset about it. But look, they're getting judged during that point. So
I guess someone had to push the envelope
them
a little
down.
bit, right?
but the
If you were
reality
there,
is
would that
maybe
have
they
been
should judge.
Would you have been excited if you saw that, or
What? If somebody...
dancing like that?
No, I would never, I like Melvin Anthony's routines, okay?
But he
Darren,
put
Yeah, Darren Charles.
and Vince Taylor. Who's the best?
Melvin Anthony.
Yeah,
Yeah. Melvin is,
Vince
my
Taylor
favorite.
used to do.
Vince Taylor was good.
Yeah, it's,
So was Darren.
was
Charles.
Darren.
I like Darren.
but Vince did a couple of different routines. Melvin did 10.
Do you remember when World Harris years ago did that little thing where he twinkle-toed around and rubbed his stomach?
You remember Will Harris in the
Yeah.
2007 Olympia?
Yeah, he went on the stage and he kind of like did this little spin where he was just turning around and he was rubbing his stomach. I'll
Why I don't know. 2007?
Yeah,
I think-
2007
yeah.
Olympia, 100%.
I was too focused on
Jay
Jay.
both beating me.
No, at the end of the day, it's like, all right, well then, maybe those guys will help get
Fun.
the posing round scored.
Yeah, but don't say it. Posing around is a posing. It's physique. It's a physique show. But let's put it this way. Bodybuilding is physique show. There was not America Got Talent or the shit.
But like we were saying,
Talent
like
means nothing. Physique means everything.
Some like Melvin, he did dancing and popping, but he put poses in the middle of it.
Yeah, of course.
So,
but listen,
so
it's
yes,
not
he was still
routine
showing the
that
physique.
it's not routine that wins him this round.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the physique.
And if you noticed, a lot of those guys that would do the pop locking, they did at the very end, and they started the routine more choreographed, and then at the very end, they
Can I ask you a question? When Vince Taylor wore the patch on his eye,
I was
were
there.
you there when it
Yeah.
happened? What happened?
We were in a bus on the way from the airport, and he had a bag, and I guess the way how he was taking the bag off, the belt, scratched his retina.
So was it all swollen?
I didn't see it at the moment. Of course, he was holding, and then later on, we see him with the patch. I don't know what happened, but I remember the moment. Yeah.
Did Ronnie get knocked down when he dressed up as Noah?
No, they didn't care.
Remember?
Well, the guy announced him too.
Moisiev, right?
The guy announced him.
10 Commandments.
Buffer.
Oh,
Bruce
did-
Buffer announced him. Was it Bruce or Michael?
I think it was Michael that year.
No, it's Bruce.
Was it Bruce? Okay.
It's Bruce Buffer. He's the one that did Olympia last year.
Yeah, last year, but I don't know that year. Maybe it was.
No, it was.
I forgot what year Ronnie had the big.
Yeah, I remember, but I don't know which
Yeah,
Buffer
that was
was
the
there.
year I won the Olympia.
And he came out with a king crown one time, so he always had props.
I think they just pushed the envelope and they didn't. It's Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie.
And then Chris Cormier came out with the real deal.
He did?
From Buffer. Yeah. Real deal.
Didn't someone have a prop last year and they got upset? Wouldn't Andrew or someone?
Yeah. Exactly.
What do you have for a prop?
I never had nothing.
I forgot what it was. He had something.
Oh, he had a mask.
Oh, yeah.
and he
I
had
wonder
a-
if there's still a rule book that you get. Remember we used to get the rule book?
Yeah.
You still get that?
No, there's nothing. I actually tried to look for online.
Do you
to see
remember though?
all
We
the-
got that
yeah.
rule. It's
I
actually
wish
a
we could
paper
find it.
book. You don't
Wish
have
we
it.
could-
I'm shocked you don't have a copy of it still.
'Cause,
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have a stack of them
I
every year.
listen. I had hundreds of magazines. They're all burnt by my ex when I
How-
left the country.
How much American bodybuilding and shift vitamins did you get back in the day?
You know the story.
Listen, a trailer truck would show up at my house and drop
That's
that
what
off.
that's what I was.
Because they remember the order sheet. You like it was like a Q&A, like a
Yeah, you could
yes
put
no thing, right?
one case. So I would put 6, but I would put it in a case category. I'm serious. And then next month I just repeat my last order. I was getting like $10,000 worth.
Chris Aceto said he brought it up the other day. He's like, dude, your whole attic at your apartment was all vitamins and supplements. Like I'd get the cases of Metaform Heat, and remember we had the
I love that
packets.
one.
Yeah.
So you put one case down instead of one item.
No, 6 cases.
Do you remember
instead of one item.
Proton?
Yeah.
Remember
yeah,
Proton?
that was good too.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
But listen, they keep sending me, so why would I change? If you're stupid enough. And I had a gym, so I was selling it in a gym.
Do you remember how?
You can afford it.
Do you remember alpha lipoic acid? How hyped it was in magazines? Like,
Yes.
oh, it's like insulin, right?
Yeah. I used it. I mean, every of those insulin boosters,
Yeah.
hydroxycitric acid, vanadium sulfate, and you try it.
Do you remember when
That's a good
Vanadol
amazing-
sulfate came out?
Yeah. I use
People
it.
were raving about it. Champion Nutrition, I think, launched it, or one of those companies.
I don't know how honest reviews are. If you do the research, we can research right now, take this water, and then 20 minutes later, there's something going to be physiologically different with our bodies. Oh, this is what caused it. It didn't. God knows what did.
Do you remember they
Placebo.
would bring us up to we did that. We sat at this big table and they educated us on the product. No one was paying any attention to that. You obviously loved
I
it.
was, of course.
But they'd school us on they'd have the board and they'd have the projector and
Which
this
year
is a
did
new
you sign
product.
up?
That was I went up there in 98. I think they brought us to Utah and remember
Yeah.
we were all sitting at the table.
Everybody, yeah. I think the year before was 97. You were not there when they
I signed in 97.
they asked the question about creatine, can it be used for competition, and then a couple of doctors there said no, it can
Retain
cause
water.
retain water.
Yeah.
I said well, if it's creatine phosphate, it's ATP, it's intracellular. The water is going to be retained intracellular, so why would you not? And to prove the point, I used 97. 60 grams a day for 7 days.
The load on it.
Yeah, load up, and I won the show, and I was second in the Night of Champions, and I looked great, and I did as much as 60. Now, it could possibly make you retain a little bit extracellular as well, but you get the crazy fullness if you creatine load.
What about loading creatine? Remember you used to have to load it for X days.
Yeah, 20 grams. And
Now it's like complete. That's a complete.
but now they're
farce, right?
coming up with the higher dosage recommended. Before it was
20
60.
grams a day or something. Yeah. They're even saying there's so much younger generation. Remember supplements were and anyone 18 plus, but all these parents I can't get my kids creatine because it's going to dehydrate them if they don't. Now it's everyone's talking about how these younger kids are using it for brain function and all these other studies. It's crazy.
As soon as it's going to be increased to 30, 40 grams. I just
How much do you take on a daily basis?
I wish I take 20, but I keep forgetting.
I got 100.
I'll take it.
100 serving.
I'll take it.
Milos
I
can take it
should.
'cause he wants to sell it.
Because I'm not.
Don't sell it.
Because I'm not training. Yeah. But everybody should take creatine if you train or not. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, just go to
Even
Cutler,
me?
go to cutlernutrition.com. Use code Cutler, save 20%.
Yeah.
Got to throw that in there.
Yeah.
That was a perfect organic plug.
Use code Milos, you get 25%.
Yeah.
Code Milos, you pay 25% more.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. Guys, comment below. Let us know what you think. Anyone that I'd like to know, we asked about the possibility, for Rube, is he going to have any issue getting his? So if anyone knows any.
Another thing cool, too, is we're approaching 100,000. And once we hit
subscribers?
once we hit 100,000, we're going to have a very large special guest when we cross 100,000. But only 3 people in the world know who it is.
Oh.
You found out
Yeah.
right before we
1
came
hour
on.
ago. Oh,
So,
my God. That's going to be epic.
That'll be a fun one. So,
Yeah.
anything else?
That's it.
Route.
I can't even imagine.